So I'm Diakhoumba Gassama. I'm a Senegalese and I work for the William and Flora Hewlett Foundation. So we are a grant-making organization and we support organizations and partners who are based in the majority world, in Mexico and Africa. I was very impressed by the level of the conversations around ideology, especially my good sister Nyambura, who challenged us, African philanthropists, to look at how we are trying to get quality resources as fast as possible to the movements who are working for gender equity and social inclusion, but at the same time, because we don't really have the choice, we are not questioning the origin of the money. I think for someone like me who's a Pan-African feminist and a social justice human rights defender, I chose in particular the Hewlett Foundation because it's a place where at least they acknowledge the privilege that came from funding Silicon Valley. It's the H in HP, for those of you who don't know. And they hired me. I'm the first person hired outside of the United States since 1966, and I'm the first African and the first African woman. Yes, so I joined the migration session because, of course, being Senegalese, but also having worked in the human rights and the development world, including the African Commission, I feel like we are not framing the conversation in the right way. We are framing it from the point of view of those who want to keep us away from their shores, instead of framing it from the point of view of our brothers and sisters who are not as privileged as us. And so we sit in a conference room and say people should stay where they are, when actually where they are doesn't look like where we are. I think that we need to fight and support. I need to remember that I'm no longer frontliner. We need to support initiatives of people fighting for the right to development and the right to migration. And I think being in South Africa and having seen the numbers of comrades who couldn't come because South Africa has immigration policy itself that is really at the level of Europe and America for our brothers and sisters. If we can't even migrate in places that are doing slightly better, I don't see how we can have a dialogue about migration in Africa if we can't talk about the fact that we organized our conference in a place that is excluding most of us from attending. So I'm looking forward to the session where I'm speaking on the youth. I hope that around me, all the speakers will be under 35. If it's not, I'm going to challenge the organizers because I'm a young retiree from the youth. But I believe that the issue with our movement, whether it's the African philanthropy or social justice or feminism, is that we are not attracting the bright and young minds to our movement because we are occupying the space far too long. Gray hair attack.